With every hour that passes, Donald Trump's grip on the Republican Party's 2024 presidential nomination grows tighter. Every day his opponents fail to make progress, his position is a day he moves closer to getting on the ballot next November and possibly taking office January 20, 2025. According to many observers, there is an inconsistency in this. After all, recent days have also brought new awareness about Trump's plans should he be inaugurated that day. These plans often simply embrace an authoritarian use of power. Trump plans to root out disloyal bureaucrats and install ideologically sympathetic ones. He talks openly about using the Justice Department to target his rivals, including thwarting potential political rivals. During Trump's first term, Trump administration was staffed in part by people with long backgrounds in government who understood balance of power among branches and limits of presidential authority, but were willing to see Trump push those limits. Some of those in such enabling roles are increasingly vocal in their opposition to Trump's efforts to regain power. But that's why Trump plans to ensure that in a second administration, there is no one to stand in his way, at any level. Given all this, it seems difficult to understand how Trump is still running alongside, or in some cases leading, President Biden in the early elections. Given his increasingly open rhetoric about shifting the chief executive position towards authoritarianism, a number of possibilities emerge. Are the media failing to inform voters? Are Trumpy supporting voters ignoring the media reporting his intentions? Is it simply viewed as the lesser of two evils? Since leaving the White House in 2021, Donald Trump has said he would approach a second term as president with a broad view of executive power. Part of each of these is probably true, but there is also broader, simpler explanation for many Americans. A return to authoritarianism is not seen as negative. Many Americans support this idea. Last month, PRRI released the results of its annual American Values Survey. Pollsters asked respondents a series of questions that gauged their views on the country and current politics. Among questions was one that specifically addressed problem of authoritarianism. Did they think things were going awry in United States and that we needed a leader who would break rules to set country's direction? About 2 in 5 respondents said they did this. That included nearly half of Republicans. In early 2016, political scientist and consultant Matthew MacWilliams identified support for authoritarian tendencies as a key indicator of support for Trump among Republican primary voters. He revisited the idea before the 2020 election, noting that about 18% of Americans are highly prone authoritarianism, based on responses to 4 simple survey questions used by social scientists estimate this trend. MacWilliams explained that these questions address several different components of